Hello, this is a follow-up presentation regarding the Notepad work for spelling and checking for assessments, and this is just exploring some of the elements that I found that went very well with the work, and also some areas that I think can be improved. So in true teacher style, I'm going to look at some WWWs and EBIs. So to start with, what went well? I really liked using the Notepad for assessments, especially in English, because we do have a spag element within the writing. I know within a lot of other subjects, spelling, punctuation and grammar may be just as important, but it's something that we want to ensure that all students are paying attention to. Incorrectly spelt words can change a connotation of a sentence, it can change the meaning of a paragraph. So to ensure that students are paying close attention to their spelling, I do believe using this function ensures that happens. Students are consciously checking their punctuation and also any omitted punctuation. So Notepad is a really good way of the students paying that additional attention that you usually don't do, especially if you're writing on Word or Google Docs. At times the words can actually change themselves and will actually correct themselves, or even give you a suggestion of a grammatical structure, which is what we want to avoid. So I found that it worked well with the students by providing the in-depth instructions on how to do it, how it works, and the rationale in it. I think that was really important. Prior to actually trialling the use of Notepad, I made it very clear to my Key Stage 4 classes that this was the rationale behind it. This is why I've asked them to do it. It's going to benefit them in this way. So I really got the student buy-in with that, and I found that really worked. In terms of some even better ifs, moving forward, I would use this more regularly. To be completely honest, I don't have too many even better ifs. I think, creating a structure that works with the students, the only drawback I would find with using Notepad is having to create the documents myself, saving them in a specific file and then uploading them. When I did this the first time with the classes, I found I did have to give quite clear instructions. However, through use over time, this isn't necessary. The students know how to use the file. They know what to do when they receive the file, so they know that they need to download it and then they need to work on it to resubmit it in that file. So that, I would say, is the biggest drawback, is that you have to provide clear instructions. But through practice, the students really do know what they need to do. So that's an issue that's ironed out really quite easily through those strict instructions. Once you've used the Notepad and you've got around the usage of attaching your document to your Google Classroom and using the rubrics, if you are using rubrics to mark, I do find that once I've opened the document into a Google Doc, I lose my rubric down the right hand side. I have to go back to the main document that's not been opened in Google Docs and mark accordingly on the rubric then. So at times I have to have two separate tabs open, one with the Google Doc and the other one is that has the rubric on. So that at the moment is something that it is a little bit of an issue, but I wouldn't say is a huge problem. You just flick in between the two. I think it's just the way in which it's set up that unfortunately there's no other way of looking at it at the moment, but that's something that that will be checked sort of moving forward if there is a way that we can merge it somehow. Overall, thank you for watching the presentation and watching the videos. It's been very helpful to trial the use of Notepad, and the students have really enjoyed looking at those specific elements where is usually, although we mention spelling, punctuation and grammar, it's not necessarily something that is at the forefront of their minds when they're writing. So my overall message would be, give it a try with the Notepad. Over time, your students will really notice the benefits of it. Thank you very much.